Time now for the Town Talker with Reverend Zechariah A. Jackson. Reverend Jackson is founding pastor of the Church of What's Happening Now, located in Plainfield, New Jersey. And now, the Town Talker, Reverend Zechariah Jackson.
Always good coming to you. You know, this is the Reverend Zechariah A. Jackson from the Church of What's Happening Now, Town Talker Talk Show. I'm proud to be here. I tell you, we got, let's just make a little prayer for the stimulus package to get through. Yes. Surely, yes. All of America realize, not just my mama, need welfare. Is that right?
Yes. Right?
See, years ago, during the days when Daddy got sick, Granddaddy checked out, Lord took him home. Yeah. And we had to get a little stimulus package to get us through.
Yes.
See, the teachers talked about it, called all kinds of names, and the police or the sheriff down there in Georgia talked about it. Poor old this, that, and other. Now the sheriff, the sheriff, the county sheriff, the deputy, police, FBI, teachers, and everybody is waiting on that mighty stimulus package.
Yes.
It's not the President Barack Obama's stimulus package. Huh? Come on now.
Right.
So we all on welfare today. Let us say, come on now, come on. Huh? How Dr. King say, we all free at last, free at last. See, he was trying to let you know. See, he was trying to let you know. And had you adhered to what Dr. King said, that we wouldn't be in the mess that we're in today, because all the big time companies would have been set up in the inner cities, that the people was truly not your enemy. Right. But you run all the way over here and all the way over there doing this, that, and doing that, not helping the community. Right. See, now we got to pay for that. Let's keep it real.
Right.
Now, I'm not telling you I'm not going to work along with you, but I got to call it, see, I think, like it is.
Yes.
You see what I mean? And that's the real deal. You understand me? You went way over here, American businessman. You went way over there, American businessman. You know what you did. But now, you understand me, over there got it. And over here got it. And we are just hanging on, huh? Hanging on by a string. Looking and waiting. Everybody crossing their fingers and their teeth and everything, and trying to act like they ain't getting it. You know that what did Bloomberg say? He said, well, you know, if I get the stimulus package, I don't have to lay off the police officers. I don't have to lay off the school teacher. Other than that, they got to go.
Yeah. Right.
They got to get up out of there. Unless they're going to volunteer. I don't think they can afford to volunteer today.
No.
But today, church, just like Judy Haney said years ago, he said that a year ago, I believe, half a year ago, he said about Barack Obama, he said he's a community organizer. And now the community organizer is in the White House, the president. Because what is the world but a community?
Yes.
But today I am happy. See, the Reverend Zach is happy. I'm not happy for the wind that comes. I got a helmet there for my motorcycle. I wore it in here in case a tree hit me upside my big head. I could still make the radio show just slide out the helmet. But I'm happy because I have a friend and a colleague in Wall, a colleague that's deeply entrenched, a modern day Moses with the nuclear fusion to keep on coming to help us rebuild, because Steve Hatcher, chairman of POP in Plainfield, is truly a community organizer. Tell us about the state, Steve, of our community.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you, Brother Zachariah. Well, today we're going to have a rally in support of a young man that was shot down and killed Sunday morning, early Sunday morning, around 2 o'clock in the morning, shot down 2 blocks away from the Plainfield Police Department. So if that don't tell you about the arrogance today of our youth, when I was younger, we would never, you knew how to act around police. I mean, if you had a police officer that lived in your neighborhood, then that was a good sign. At least you know your neighborhood was safe. But now they pull out guns 2 blocks away from a police department and shoot down and kill someone. A young man named Christian Tigris. And so we're going to have a rally today in support of this brother, and also in support of all the young men and women that have been shot and killed by gun violence lately. We've had 4 murders within the last 4 months. That seems like it's once every month there's a murder that's going on in our communities. Today, the Plainfield branch of the People's Organization for Progress will hold a rally at the Plainfield train station between 4:30 to 6 p.m. today, trying to get the whole community to get involved and come on out and support this brother and support what Dr. King has stood for all his life, that we as a people must come together. Because it's until we do come together and fight for one another that the same problems are going to continue to happen only in our community.
And you know what? And that's so true, Steve. And it's so important that, you know, Dr. King talked about coming from behind the buildings with the stained glass window. Because the church is where we at. And we got to get it. We really got to get a grip on this. You know, I often hear, Steve, people saying, not my community or dissing my community, but if it's America, then it is your community.
You're right. You're right.
We all got to come together. You know?
Right.
And although some of us will still grieve over pain that was laid down in the past, but we must all come together and heal our community. Let us heal our community, heal our world. We got to heal our community and heal our world. So Steve, I know that you're going to be going down there now. And we're going to join you soon. I'll be there at least by 5 o'clock, brother.
Sounds good. We're going to be there until 6 o'clock. So hope to see everybody down there today.
All right, Steve. See you in a little bit.
Bless you.
All right. Thank you.
See you in a little bit.
Okay, and you see that we're fired up, and I guess we ain't taking it anymore. And I guess that's the only way to do, you see, because without getting fired up and without getting an understanding of what's going on in our community, you know, we look like a little lost puppies among the world. Because, you know, I said this this morning as I was preaching for my Sunday sermon coming up, you know, that if a person is not getting the American agenda right here in America, then everybody ought to be offended. If you really think that this agenda is the right one, this democracy thing is the right thing, and you see people that living in your country that's not getting it, something that's holding them back, then you ought to be offended. You know, when I drive around my block and I see some, I see a soda bottle on the ground, and sometimes I know the kid next door done threw it out of his car, and I'm offended that it's there. And I'll stop my car and pick it up because it shouldn't be there. Now, if you throw it again, I'm going to pick it up again. Because why? I'm showing you that you're offending me. We in America must get offended when our communities are falling apart. Let us come out of hiding. Today I want to introduce Denise Clark. She's dealing with the food package and the food package, what do you call it?
It's called Angel Food Ministries, and we distribute food once a month at 504 South Avenue in Plainfield. We do require a small fee of $30, but with this $30, you get 17 food items, which consist of meats, a starch and vegetable, along with a dessert. And we also have small meat packages that starts from the price of $28 to $21. And we accept cash, food, Family First card, as well as a money order. And for this month, the month of February, the deadline is February the 17th. And you can call this phone number, 908-445-8329 or 973-634-8329.
Have you been getting, you've been on the show 3 to 4 times. Have you been getting any reply from this venue?
Yes, we have been getting more people are participating, but what we as a ministry, Angel Food Ministry, intend on doing is now going to the unemployment places and handing out flyers, because we need to go to the streets and hand out more papers informing the community that there is a place where they can go to get food at a reasonable rate. And besides just going to the food stores.
Sure.
Angel Food Ministry is definitely a food bank where you can go and purchase food for $30. And this one box of food will feed a family of 4 for 2 weeks.
Wow. Now, I don't think anyone out there can beat that. You think any of your stores out there can beat that? I doubt it. I think you need to get to the Angel Food Ministry, and she's going to give her address again. Don't call the Reverend Zachariah or send me emails, because you do that sometime, and what happened is I don't have a secretary on hand at this moment, and sometime I'm 1,000 emails later and a week later getting to them. So make sure that you listen to the sister and get the address from her, get a number and call her because she's willing to work along with you. Today also we have activist woman Rebecca Kelly, and I imagine she's going to talk about the state of the community and what we can do to rebuild the communities.
Picking up from where our Assistant President Steve Hatcher left off, the community, with the children in the community, they need to have something to do after school. That's one of the biggest things that I find in the community. There is no after-school programs. In my days, I know it's a long time, but we need to bring back old days back into new days.
Okay.
Especially work, school, church, and home, and activities. Those are the only thing that children need to get involved with. With a kid at 18 years hanging on the block at 2 o'clock in the morning, I find it very hard to believe why he's out there at that time of morning. He should be in his bed.
Yes.
He should be on his way to college.
That's right. Or to work somewhere.
Or going to work or something. But just to be on the corner, as the whole saying, idle hands worry sheep. And if, to me, I can understand he might have just got off the train. I don't know. I'm a nurse and I come through there in the mornings at that hour. I have no idea. But I find it hard. If he had came off the train at 2:05, he got killed at 2:30. He should have been in a cab on his way home.
Right.
But we need to have some production for these kids.
That's right.
So that they can have something they look forward to. If you stimulate your children's mind at an early age, as the Bible said, they will not depart from it. And these kids, they don't have anything here in Plainfield to take them through when they come out of school. So they come, they are in the street playing ball and they get involved with a gang, or some guys are telling, well, look, come over here, let me show you what you can do. And they wind up into the wrong hand. And these things, I'm not saying it has happened, this is what happened to this guy. It's probably not the same thing. But I find it, like it says, 2 o'clock in the morning, or after 2 in the morning, what is he doing out there at that time?
Rebecca, I'm glad you said that, activist woman, because sometime in the suburban areas, you have families that have kids, maybe their grandkids or even sometimes their own kids, and they bring their friends and they're hanging out in a car, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And somehow I think that we need to go down to the city council meeting and talk to the people down there and to see what we can do about that. Because if kids, young men and young women are hanging out in a car 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, they mean no good.
That's right.
I can tell you this right here. I don't want them hanging in front of my house at 2, 3 in the morning.
That's right.
Because for one thing, you need to be somewhere place.
Yes.
You understand? And I think that as we evolve, and God has been very merciful with helping us come out of ancient Egypt and to learn how to land without foolishness in modern day Israel. We've made a lot of mistakes from the 60s on up, but we need to check these things. And we're going to have to start taking a look at who we are and who we producing. Because we're seeing today that a lot of these young men and women that are into the crime and into the gangs, they don't come from downtrodden beginnings.
That's right.
They come from parents that's working at the big companies or teachers, whatever this, that, and other, doctors or whatever the case may be, and they are straight up hoodlums, if you will. So we're going to have to sit down and I think we're going to get a grip on it. I think that a lot of it is their fault, but a lot of it is our own fault too, because it's our own journey, because we felt that we given them what we didn't have.
Right.
You understand me?
Yes.
And what happened is that this is what we don't understand, is that we don't recognize that this is the first time around, meaning that coming around this circle here, we need you to pick up the baton and go to the next level, because once I stop, go to heaven or wherever I may go or move away, what are you going to do? Today, I think that in the black community, and just like all American communities, without a doubt, we're going to have to take a look at some of these things, because we have some of these kids today, they're living in $400,000 or $500,000 houses.
Right.
Now,